What's going on, everybody? Hope you all are feeling well. Today, I'm going to be sitting down and reviewing a classic textbook model number 3 in the market, the play that I took today inside of NQ, and just kind of break down to you guys everything that I saw live time and, why I liked this setup more than anything else. So, first and foremost, on stream, obviously I called out this 1-to-1 short to this daily low right here from April 5th. Okay. But didn't really think it was worth it to actually take it, okay? Even though I knew the draw was strong. This long, however, was a different story, okay? So let's talk about it. It all started with the 3 core elements that I actually teach you guys for Model 3, right? The one main core element, the first one being some type of delivery off of a very key higher time frame level. So in today's instance, it was this old daily low, very simple. You know, don't overcomplicate it. It's just an old key daily low in the market. And then below that, or inside of that, I should say, we were delivering into this hourly gap as well. So we had gap delivery plus sweeping out an old key daily low. So that's the first sign that a Model 3 might be brewing, right? Delivering into a previous daily low or whatever the case may be. Then I scale down and I have to find my target, right? So what I'm doing is I'm taking the 930 opening range high down to the low that we created, right? And this was the dealing range. So what I'm trying to find is the lowest hanging fruit targets that I can look for that were left behind from everyone that's been selling and making money. So the second core element to a model number 3 is some type of really obvious opposing, high, right? Something very, very like double top, trend line, whatever the case may be. In today's case, we had a trend line build up here with obviously manipulating below the opening price, lower high, lower high, lower high, lower high, etc. And of course, more lower highs here and a double top. So it was pretty obvious, pretty, like light bulb, as we're simultaneously hitting this daily key low. All right, so those 2 core elements right there are like your foundation. Now, the final piece of this puzzle is seeing that light bulb phenomenon in real time. Where do you find these light bulb phenomenons? At the hourly candle openings, and the ones you specifically want to focus on the most is 10 a.m., 11 a.m., sometimes 12, and 1, 2 p.m. PM session, and sometimes 3 p.m. So basically, you want to be looking at these hourly candle openings and trying to see if you can find these 3 core elements. If it's not delivering out of anything significant, like a daily low or something, don't even bother looking at it, okay? Come back to the next hour of the candle, whatever the case is. So this right here was your 11 a.m. hourly candle opening. And this is one that you would want to focus on because, once again, we're delivering out of a daily key level, and that's the first core element to a Model 3. Not to mention, we had a technical Model number 3 target resting right here, okay? So this double top here inside of the range, trend line buildup, right? And then we get this. It opens up at 11 a.m., manipulates initially out of the downside, and then boom, huge light bulb expansion, creating and leaving behind multiple gaps in price, which reflects the high volume movement that took us up and created the light bulb expansion in the first place. And there you go. Here's your low risk buy, Model 3 target. Correct stop loss placement would have been right here at this swing though, right here, because you're covering both gaps plus this down candle and also this BPR here. So this inversion gap. Okay, so you're covering 3 really key levels. Technical Model 3 target would have been here. As you guys saw, I just went for a 1-to-1. So I just took my profits at the most recent significant swing high, just because I didn't really feel like we were going to run that crazy, to be honest, because of the press conference that we have later on with Trump speaking. So I just took my 1-to-1 and got up out of there. So nothing wrong with that either. Now, surrounding all this, okay, we established the 3 core elements, right? The higher time frame key level, obvious opposing target, time-based light bulb expansion. Surrounding this and how it's actually, how the market's actually working behind the scenes here is a PO3 type of idea. So you identify this right here is obviously consolidation, right? So accumulation right here of orders with this consolidation, manipulation, okay, out of that consolidation and below the 11 a.m. hourly candle opening. And then once we get that time-based, when we get a part of the distribution phase, which is back to the upside to complete the PO3 idea, That's where I'm always taking my entry. So accumulation, manipulation, distribution back to the upside to offset, right, and knock out those who were making money to the downside and trailing their stops below all these swing lows, right? See how obvious this is, right? This trend line buildup, continuous lower highs, double top. It was just way too obvious, okay? That's exactly what you want to look for, okay, when you are trading model number 3. Right, so yep, this is what I saw today to take this model number 3. Again, this is what I teach in the course, in the live streams, everything. I guess the real, secret sauce and holy grail to this is actually being able to wait for it and not force setups in between. So really at the end of the day, all you need is one of these per week and just simply compounding equity, compounding accounts if you're trading prop firms, and just consistency, right? One per week, one A plus setup per week, compound. The more that time goes on, the more you make on that one single setup, and it just becomes a beautiful thing. So that's it for here, guys. God bless you guys. Take care, and I'll see you in the next one. All right, peace. But obviously, anytime it builds up high resistant like this, right? High, lower high, lower high, and then we're tagging like a previous daily low, that would open the door for another one-to-one opportunity to then obviously Model 3 scalp back up against that. So, all right, so we are opening up with obviously 11 a.m. hourly candle opening though. Okay, looks like ES is not going to deliver that low yet. Same with Dow. So NQ is the only one that dropped down to that Sunday low. So we'll see if that can potentially work as an 11 a.m. SMT and then look for a one-to-one scalp. I mean, this is like the final idea, basically what I'd look for the day, right? Some type of Model 3 one-to-one scalp against this high resistant double top right here.